Why narcissists keep coming back after leaving you.
Have you ever found yourself questioning everything when a partner who vanished without warning suddenly reappears in your life again? If so, you may have been entangled with a narcissist, one of the most infuriatingly manipulative creatures to walk this earth. In this video, we'll delve into the perplexing and crazy-making phenomenon of why narcissists keep crawling back into your world after abruptly abandoning you. We'll expose the psychological warfare behind this yo-yo behavior and equip you with the knowledge to break free from their toxic grip for good. Buckle up, because we're about to descend into the madness of narcissistic mind games 101. Just be warned, this ain't a fun ride.
Narcissism Decoded.
Before we unpack why narcissists play disappearing/reappearing acts in relationships, let's build critical context. Narcissism exists on a spectrum, with narcissistic personality disorder, or NPD, on the extreme end. Those with full-blown NPD exhibit an ingrained pattern of grandiosity, need for admiration, and lack of empathy. They see themselves as superior special beings, entitled to whatever they want from others. Let's break down the key traits these emotional vampires display. Inflated ego, they have a totally over-the-top sense of self-importance and uniqueness. Even small criticisms feel like attack on their very identity. Sense of entitlement, they believe the world owes them exceptional treatment without them having to lift a finger. Pure takers, no giving. Adoration junkies, they require constant praise and attention, like a vampire needs blood. Their fragile egos demand feeding round the clock. Lack of empathy, they don't care about others' needs or emotions unless it benefits them. You're just supply, not a real person with feelings. Envy, they begrudge others' successes. To them, there's only one star of the show themselves. Arrogance, they come across as know-it-alls. Rules and accountability don't apply to these special snowflakes. Manipulation, they exploit others ruthlessly to serve their ends without an ounce of remorse. This toxic combo drives the narcissist's dysfunction and the misery they inflict on those who get entangled in their web. Let's move on to how the relationship cycle with them unfolds.
The cycle. Idealize, devalue, discard, hoover.
One of the hallmarks of a relationship with a narcissist is the insane cycle of idealization, devaluation, discard, and hoovers. Understanding this dizzying pattern provides insight into why these emotional roller coasters keep coming back around.
Idealization phase.
When first targeting a new victim, the narcissist showers them with excessive praise, gifts, and proclamations of true love. They showcase a persona tailored specifically to win them over. The victim feels like the most important, adored person alive. No one has seemed so utterly infatuated with them before. The narcissist constantly calls, texts, flatters, and makes promises. The victim wholeheartedly believes they've found the one.
Devaluation phase.
But cracks soon emerge in the fantasy. Once secured, the narcissist reveals their true colors. The turbulent devaluation phase has begun now that the victim is bonded. The narcissist systematically undermines their self-esteem with criticisms, manipulations, gaslighting, and withdrawing affection randomly to maintain power. The victim notices the narcissist becoming moody, critical, and indifferent, a far cry from the adoring partner in the beginning. The narcissist dismisses their needs, flirts with others, and makes them feel crazy and unlovable when confronted.
Discard phase.
Once depleted of value, the narcissist discards the victim without a thought, like throwing out trash. This can take the form of abruptly dumping, ghosting, cheating, or making clear through absence that the magic is gone. The message is, they've been discarded.
Hoovering phase.
Just when the victim is moving on, the narcissist often returns like a bulldozer. Suddenly, they reappear trying to get back into the victim's life, as if nothing happened. This hoovering uses pleas, false apologies, intoxicating charm, or threats about self-harm. The insidious cycle becomes an addiction. Each time the victim tries to break free, the narcissist hoovers them back in.
Why narcissists keep coming back.
If someone treats you so callously, why the heck do they keep circling back around? For narcissists, periodically vanishing/reappearing serves two key purposes.
1. Securing narcissistic supply.
Narcissistic supply refers to the praise, validation, and attention these vampires are addicted to. They feed off your emotional reactions, positive or negative. By intermittently depriving you of affection or disappearing altogether, they condition you to crave their validation even more. When they pop back in for no reason, you feel so grateful that you hand them supply on a silver platter.
2. Preventing abandonment.
for as much as they devalue others, narcissists are incredibly insecure and afraid of abandonment deep down. Their ego can't handle the perceived rejection. When you show signs of moving on independently or pulling away, this triggers their fear big time. To prevent losing access to their supply source, they will swoop back in to keep their claws dug into you. Their zigzagging is designed to prevent closure, so they always have you on the back burner for an ego stroke or to torment at their leisure. These parasites got a parasite.
The soul-crushing impact.
The whiplash effect of the narcissist's intermittence and hoovering can leave you stuck in a dizzying tailspin of self-doubt, obsession, and emotional agony. One moment you start feeling empowered and ready to move on, the next you're decimated with grief, longing, and unfinished business. Your resolve melts faster than ice cream in July. The random reinforcement of their hoovering strengthens your trauma bonding to the narcissist. Like gamblers addicted to slot machines, you become conditioned to chase the high of winning back their affections, even as you're being played every step of the way. Meanwhile, they continue the push/pull without conscience, showing zero true empathy for the pain they've inflicted. You are merely an object, a toy to pick up and put down on their terms for ego gratification and entertainment. This crazy-making dynamic slowly erodes your sense of self-worth and reality. You deserve so much better than serving as a mere pawn in a narcissist's endless mind games.
Cutting the strings for good.
Although tremendously challenging, it is possible to break free of a narcissist's manipulation for good. You have the power to stop this torture by gaining clarity, setting boundaries, and choosing yourself. Here are some tips. See their games for what they are: deliberate tactics to keep ensnaring you as supply. Knowledge is power. Go completely no contact and ignore hoovering attempts. Shut down their conduit to you permanently. Build a support system to validate your worth and strengthen your resolve. Work with a trauma-informed therapist. Combat feelings of self-blame and rumination by affirming your value daily. You deserve genuine love. Let go of any obsession with them and focus entirely on your healing and highest good. You've got this. Have compassion for yourself. This kind of coercion and exploitation would damage anyone. By believing in your ability to detach and heal, you can gradually reclaim your life. Their tricks will lose power over you. Dealing with a narcissistic person is like wrestling with quicksand. The more you struggle, the more stuck you become. By understanding the reasons behind their maddening behavior and learning how to cut ties for good, you can empower yourself and break free. Ending this vicious cycle requires courage, support, and knowing your inherent worth. Then you can close the door on your narcissist for good, leaving their mind games behind you. A beautiful future awaits. Now go take back your life.